Mustang Stampede. Checking out the Bergara B14r HMR carbon. It's basically a 22 long rifle from Bergara. It's based on the Remington 700 platform. It took a while, but my scope rings finally came today. On it is a Diamondback Tactical 6x24 by 50, and I believe it can focus down to 20 yards to infinity. And then it also has turrets with a basically can be reset to 0 here. So now that I've made my 0, I can actually undo the screws that you can see right there, and then you pop the caps off, put it to 0 and snap them back in, then tighten down your screw. It has the adjustable cheek rest, which is pretty nice. And this thing is just, I'm very impressed. I've shot a lot of 17 HMR and a lot of 22 long rifle. I have a 93R from Savage, you know, sub 200 22. It's pretty accurate, even with just iron sights at 50 yards. I have the Ruger 1022, the standard profile barrel that comes with them normally, and I just was wanting to find something different, so I went with a bolt action. I also have the Smith & Wesson M&P 1522 as a rifle as well, because they do make a pistol of that, but not a, it's just the M&P 22, I believe. But anyway, so I went with something different, something heavy. It's got the Magpul swivel quick detach. I believe it's an AICS magazine for 22 long rifle. I went ahead and zeroed this weapon. I actually was shooting this gun before with a Vortex Strike Eagle 1x8x24, and I was just running some different ammo through it just to see what this rifle liked the best. The cool thing about it was, with a 1-inch circle at 50, the Strike Eagle 1x8 center dot actually took up half the circle, so you'd get a little halo effect. So I could really dial in what ammunition was working best. I ended up zeroing out once I got this new rifle with the eley target, yellow, 1100 feet per second. So I think it's going to start raining here. I just felt a raindrop, so let's walk down here to the 50 yard and see what we did here. It's nice to be able to walk right off the back porch and have 50 yards for any kind of rim fire shooting. And the paper I use is the X-ray paper from someone that works at a place that goes through a lot of X-ray film. And these must be what separate the film, but they're kind of heavy cardstock. So here we go. Let's talk about zeroing. Okay, if you have everything good to go, I do have my measuring tape. Good thing I didn't forget it. Okay, so I basically bore sighted onto this from 50 yards, popped that first shot inside the Caldwell shooting rest. I immediately aimed back to the diamond and just brought the scope up and over till I was on that shot. Then I put that group down. So basically that was all part of the first 5 shots. All right, so again, if you do that and you have a very stable shooting platform, I mean, that's 1 shot, and then out of the next 4 shots, 2 of those are in the 1-inch circle I was aiming for. So you don't need to shoot tons of rounds as long as you have a stable platform to zero something like this, especially at 50 yards. A little harder to 100, but it can still be done. So once you know you're bore sighted, even with a heavier caliber, Creedmoor 223, 556, 308, 762, 39 or 54R, whatever you got, put one down once you know you're going to hit paper, and then as long as it's in a stable platform, you can use almost like a 1-shot zero. Aim back to where you aimed, bring it over, and then start shooting again. Okay, there's a second group. Again, I was actually aiming there. Of course, you can see it's a much smaller circle. So I had to make some fine adjustments. Then this was the third group with one flyer. It's extremely windy out here today. I don't know if that was wind or just me. So then again, you can see there was 4 in one jagged hole. So again, I aimed back here and I just brought it up and over and then came back and shot that 4th group. At that point, I made one adjustment down because everything was going to be within that circle if I just came down. So there came 10 shots at a 1-inch circle at 50 yards. All right, that was the 5th volley of shots to come out with a new scope. Okay, so you got 5, 10, 15, 20, then that's 30. That's 10 shots in a 3/4 inch group. Okay, if that one, a couple of those would have been a little tighter, would have been pretty nice. This is the 6th group I just got done shooting. I'll go ahead and measure it real quick. I don't have a, all I have is a trusty tape measure, which is okay. This is might actually shoot better than what I'm capable of. But you're talking, let's see here, let's get that centered up. That's another 3/4 inch group, center to center. So I'm impressed. Bergara B14 HMR carbon. I got mine for $1,000 out the door. So it is what it is. All right, guys, thanks for watching.